Thanks for staying with us. So yeah, I forgot to mention that Sam Mashaye sent us his book.
Okay.
Juju Eyes. I started reading it. Really interesting book, and I'm going to give it to the ladies. He hopefully comes next week and we can talk about it. But it's a really very good book for us to discuss. Let's start with the nation. So attackers of communities are foreigners, says Governor. For Francis's last moment, says Vatican. Custom rakes in 1.7 trillion naira in Q1. NPAN Lord's First Lady's humanitarian interventions. Kaduna Governor revokes land houses sold by El Rufai. IMF cuts global growth forecast over Trump tariffs. Airlifting of 53,000 Nigerian pilgrims to Saudi begins May 9th. Okay, which story are we starting with?
Let me start with the major headline. And this is armed men storm Benue villages in hundreds. So armed men who have been attacking Benue communities in the last 2 months are foreigners. This is according to the governor. He said that 73 bodies were recovered in the latest round of attacks by the insurgents. They swarmed Ukum, Logo, and Katsina-Ala local government areas. He says that the attackers made their way into the communities in their hundreds on motorbikes, armed with AK-47, AK-49, and machetes. He said that also that they believe that they are foreigners based on, eyewitness account. They said that they were speaking Hausa, but it's not the regular Hausa that we speak here in Nigeria. They are alleging that they may be Malians, but they are not. They just seem not Nigerian. They said that they operate from cells in Nasarawa and Nigeria-Cameroon border. That's near Kwande local government area. They're exploiting like porous borders that we have, all across. They come in, they kill, they maim, they push people away, and they're also thinking that this has a lot to do with land grabbing. They're looking for ways to take over these communities and settle there. Also, we had the National Security Advisor, Nuhu Ribadu. He visited Benue State. He was there with the Senate Committee Chairman of Intelligence Security. Of course, the usual attacks, which is the commiserated with the people. They said these are attacks, killings. It's an act of evil, and the president is with us and things like that. What I've heard really from what people have said about the visit of the NSA to Benue State is that they were not very happy with it. There was just the regular rhetoric, even with the governor. It's like they're just complaining, like we're complaining. Nobody's saying this is what we're going to do, this is what we're going to do now, this is what we have done so far, this is how much we've investigated, this is how close we are to a solution. It just seems like everybody is sitting there and lamenting, and that is worrisome. It's really, I said I'll keep taking these stories until maybe something clicks somewhere. It makes no sense that a country as powerful as Nigeria is, you have these insurgents just coming in as they want, go in and then leave. The thing is, they come, break all this havoc and just leave, and nobody knows who they are, where they are, and where they've gone.
And to shock you, they've taken over some communities.
Yes, they have.
They've taken over some communities.
Okay, another story in the nation.
So the National Hajj Commission of Nigeria, NACON, will, they said May 9th, begin airlifting of over 53,000 pilgrims to Saudi Arabia for this year's pilgrimage. This was made known yesterday when NACON officials briefed Vice President Kashim Shettima at the State House in Abuja. They said the figure was slightly more compared to last year's delegation of 51,447 pilgrims. In 2023, they said Nigeria went to the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia with the full contingent of 95,000 pilgrims, representing the total number of slots allocated to the country. That was the first time in nearly a decade that they would, try to fill up the slots that was given to them by Saudi Arabia. So the commissioner in charge of operations, inspectorate and licensing, Prince Anofi Elegushi, said the arrangements have been finalized for the smooth transportation of pilgrims to the Holy Land. And according to the statement by the Senior Special Assistant to the President of Media and Communications Office of the Vice President, Stanley Nkwocha, he said that the Commission will airlift more than 40,000 pilgrims from the states and an additional 13,000 through licensed tour operators. They said they've picked May 9th as their first flight to Saudi Arabia through the Medina. Then they intend to finish the airlift by May 24th and begin the return journey by June 13, concluding by July 2nd. It says that they are making comprehensive logistic plans to be able to make sure that everything is seamless going forward. So 51,000 something or 53,000 something going to...
So low.
Congratulations to Nigerians.
Okay, so I have the Kaduna governor story, as in evokes lands and all. They said institutional houses and plots of land sold in Kaduna State by the administration of former Governor Nasir El-Rufai have been revoked by the state government. These properties are around Al-Huda College, Queen Amina, Zaria, and Kaduna Government Commercial College. They said that the SSG, that's Dr. Abdul Qadir Muazzum, said this decision was taken for overriding public interest and for the common good. He also said that steps are being taken to refund amounts paid in respect of the sold houses. They also they said that Ubasani noted that effective learning can best take place in a conducive atmosphere, hence the reason why they are revoking some of these things. Then he said the governor has been expanding access to education in the last 2 years, and that he has built new primary and secondary schools, as well as blocks of classrooms since he became the governor of the state. And they said so far he has built over 2,336 new classrooms, renovated more than 707, and then provided 3,704 and 30,742 furniture for teachers and pupils.
Oh. Okay, great for him. So the chairman of the leadership newspaper, Mrs. Zainab Unda Zaya, had visited the First Lady yesterday. She paid a courtesy visit to the State House to see the First Lady, calling her, referring to her as Mother of the Nation. She said that she acknowledged all the amazing humanitarian work the First Lady has been doing. According to her, she says that she recognizes the humanitarian efforts, describing her as a mother of the nation, Excellency's tireless work, and believe it is both timely and necessary to publicly express their gratitude for her compassion and impactful initiatives across Nigeria. The visit also included members of the leadership team. So I think we can plan a courtesy visit. Go and see the First Lady. It is important for us.
So we need to.
Yes. Okay, the Punch. Killings. Inspector General deploys special anti-bandit squads nationwide. 18 Africans among cardinals to elect new pope. Nigeria's rebased inflation to hit 37% in 2026, says IMF. 8 banks spent 4.6 trillion on salaries and operations. That's a lot of money. Stray bullets kill 16-year-old at Lagos anti-cultism walk. Senate lambast Bakari over rubber stamp remark. Flight disruptions likely over NIMET workers' strike. And emergency rule for Bara may shift ground after Tinubu's meeting with Tinubu in the UK. Okay.
Yeah, so I have this sad story. They said on Monday, a 16-year-old boy identified simply as Mustafa was killed by a stray bullet during a suspected cult clash in Uyimbo area of Ebutameta in Lagos State. They said that they had a peace walk organized by some youths to address the rising cult-related violence in the community. And when the walk was just about to be concluded, an argument broke out amongst them. According to a resident, who spoke on, he said that the argument degenerated and the suspected cultist pulled out a firearm and shot indiscriminately, leading to Mustafa getting hit by the stray bullets. He said Mustafa was not affiliated to any cult. He just came out. You know how you say youths come out, oh, let's go for a walk, let's sensitize people and talk about it. That's how he just came out. Unfortunately, he was shot. There was also one of the organizers of the event also that was shot. So by the time that happened, they had to disperse. Everybody had to go. They tried to rush Mustafa to the hospital. Unfortunately, he died on the way before getting to the hospital. This is a 16-year-old. I'm sure his parents would have said, why did he go? He's not even a cultist. He just wants to do a walk. Why do we do this? It's so sad.
Painful. Let's go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll continue with our review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.